Hey guys, my name is Brian. I'm a HVA service tech. I've been doing this for about 12 or 13 years now. And I wanted to make a list for things you should check before you call a service tech out to your house. Now this checklist only works for natural gas and LP furnaces or propane furnaces. It will not work for electric furnaces or oil heat furnaces. Um, so with that being said, all repairs should be made by a qualified service tech. You probably shouldn't try to fix it yourself, especially if you don't know what you're doing. So um, the first thing you should check for is you want to make sure that your thermostat has good batteries in it. If you're having issues, I'd probably just go ahead and replace the batteries to start out with. And also turn your thermostat, make sure your thermostat is set to heat and you turn the temperature up. We want to have the thermostat have a call for heat. So that's the first thing I would check for. The second thing you want to check for is make sure you have propane or natural gas to the house. If you have propane, I would just walk out to the tank, open up the cover to the tank, and then tap on the little gauge. Sometimes that needle gets stuck in there, so if you tap on it, it will unstick it. And then you want to make sure you have at least 30% or more. If you have less than that, then I would definitely call them. Not saying that would be your problem, but you want to make sure you have propane in there. Also, with natural gas, an easy way to check to see if you have natural gas coming to the house is if you have another appliance like a dryer or a water heater or a stove, just turn that on. Make sure that that you're actually getting a flame and you're getting gas there. So if you're getting gas to the stove, then chances are you have gas to the fireplace. The third thing you want to check for is you want to check the diagnostic code in the furnace. A lot of the newer furnaces has has a sight glass where you can peer into the furnace without taking the doors off or without shutting the power off. Um, and you're going to want to look for any light that is flashing in there, and you're going to want to count how many times that flashes. And that just gives you a diagnostic code. And on the back of the door or on the board, there should be like a little sticker that says what the flash means. If it flashes 3 times, it means a pressure switch has failed, or 4 times it would be a high limit switch, or something like that. So you're going to look for a sticker that says that after you count that. The fourth thing you want to check for is you want to make sure that you have power to the furnace. You can do that with either a voltmeter, tick tester, or what I do a lot is I just look in that sight glass I was talking about and make sure I do see a light. If I don't see a light, and I know it's a newer furnace and it should have a light, you may not have power there, but probably the safest way to do it is either a tick tester or a voltmeter. Um, Also, while we're there checking the power, after we check the diagnostic code, we want to go ahead and reset the power to the furnace. You can do that either at the breaker box, just shut the breaker off for about 10 seconds and then turn it back on, or you can, a lot of furnaces have it's called an SSU. It's basically like a light switch that's connected to your furnace, to the main power wire going to your furnace. You can follow the wire back, and you should have an SSU somewhere in line with that wire. So just turn that off for about 10 seconds, then turn it back on, and then give it about probably 2 minutes before your furnace actually fires up and you have air blown out. If it doesn't after that, you may have another problem. The fifth thing you want to check for is you want to make sure you have a pilot light in your furnace. Make sure that's lit. Not all furnaces have pilot lights. A lot of the newer furnaces has a sparker or a glow bar. So if you have a sparker or a glow bar, you have a furnace that's within 10 years old, chances are you don't have a pilot. Only the older furnaces had pilot lights. Um, but uh, but yeah, you just want to make sure that that pilot's lit if you do have one. Alright, the sixth thing you want to check for is you want to make sure your air filter is somewhat clean. And you don't have any restricted registers or anything like that. Um, but if your air filter is really dirty, go ahead and replace that, because if your air filter is too dirty, then it can cause your furnace to overheat and then shut down. Um, And the last thing you want to check for is you want to make sure on the newer furnaces that are 90% inefficient and above, it should have either 2 or 3 inch PVC pipe. That will be the venting for the furnace. If you have metal pipe, don't do anything. You can't really check that as a homeowner. But if you have PVC pipe, the plastic pipe, and it's gone, what you want to do is you want to follow that outside and walk around the outside of the house. And then you want to make sure that that's not restricted. There's nothing in the pipe, no birds, or you don't have anything hanging on that pipe or put in front of that pipe, or even the snow and ice can build up around that and then cause problems. So you want to make sure that that's clear. There's nothing in the way. Um, if all those things check out and you still don't have heat, then it's time to call a service tech um, to have them come out and take a look at it. Chances are you have something a little more serious going on with the furnace, like where you may need parts or somebody actually troubleshoot it a little bit more in depth. But anyway, guys, I hope this helps. And if you would just go ahead and like and subscribe, thank you very much.